Hey guys, Pete here, HVAC Greatness. Let's talk about the three core and key pieces to being successful in your service business, albeit HVAC, plumbing, electrical, whatever. These are still the same. There's three key things that you're going to have to get right on a consistent basis, and if you do that, you will be successful. But there's four elements to making it happen. Three things you got to do, four things you got to do to make it happen. Because one of them is the underappreciated, initially undervalued necessity until it comes back and bites you, and then it's number one. Actually, it should be number one from the beginning. Okay, number one, attract the right prospects through high value perception. You got to understand that the customers don't just come in, you have to attract them. And we're going to talk about that on how to do that in just a minute. Number two, serve their physical needs, heating and air, plumbing, electrical, and their emotional needs, the things that we stink at. There's a way to do that. Finally, number three, maintain the relationship with those customers so that you remain top of mind whenever your services come up in their world. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Attract the right customers. Number two, serve them well, both physically and emotionally. And number three, be able to keep them as part of your customer base. Sounds easy, but why is it that we aren't better at doing that? Okay, there's a lot of tools out there, and some of them work better than others, but let me share with you a couple of examples here. Okay, let's create some perceived value through brand positioning that is considered unique to your best prospects. Okay, so here's an example here of our buddy Ruben's over there, and he came in with this brand. We did a rebrand. Now, what he was looking to accomplish was a cleaner, more of an emotional connection look, and he did it really well. Okay, now you can come in and be very specific, like we have Dr. Heat Pump, companies like that who are very specific on the type of work they're trying to attract. But if you're just trying to attract a higher end customer, you need to have a higher end brand. Okay. All right. Number two, create a technical process for consistent quality. Okay. That's something that you really need to sit down and put pencil to paper and put a process in place, right? So that technically you don't miss anything. It's really as easy as a checklist. Okay. But on our part, what we're talking about is we want a process for the customer interaction. And so let's talk about a couple of those. So staying with Rubens, if we have something that's very consumer friendly, like a price book, and here's just the layout of what that might look like, okay? But essentially, this is a lot more attractive than you're out there just trying to sell yourself and do a quote and everything else. You need customer friendly tools like these price books, or like here's your flat rate books, and we can look at each page and realize that we've got something that's really customer friendly that the customers can look at and kind of choose for themselves. It makes it a lot easier to quote unquote sell, because these kind of things sell themselves, don't they? Okay. All right. Number three, and this is the missing piece. You're going to have to charge the proper amount of money so that you are profitable and that your customers perceive you are fair and very much worth the investment. We've created these tools for you. You come in, we look at your numbers. All right, we set capacities based on realistic goals. We do our projections. But fundamentally, we plug those numbers in, and lo and behold, you've got a price calculator that is accurate. You can't charge for less than what it costs you to do the job. But once you know exactly what that number is, and you know exactly what the market will bear, you know where you need to come in so that you're perceived as high value, but yet you are profitable, whatever that number may be. Is this a realistic number? Maybe, maybe not. Whether it be a change out like this one, whether it be a repair, like this one. We'll see what your break even is. Okay, what does your final price need to be for that particular repair? Or maybe it's maintenance. How do I calculate if I want that price to be $299 a year? What kind of a profit am I actually making? Is this the best solution for my company? And then, of course, if you can create multiple scenarios for all your prices, like what we've done here. By the way, all this is in the flat rate program that we're doing, and it's part of the pricing boot camp. So when you come in, you can learn to do these things. Those of you who have joined it, welcome. We're going to be doing some updates, some live training on this, so that definitely got it dialed in. But fundamentally, you're not going to be in business very long unless you get the pricing right. So that's number 3. And number 4, you kind of already know, you need to maintain that customer relationship. You need a process for staying in the back of your customer's mind. We call it top of mind, but creating ways of keeping in contact so they don't forget you, and they will forget you. Happens all the time. I remember people calling my company thinking I was another company, and because they forgot the name of the company they were doing business with. And I'm sure it happened the other way around. So that's why a really strong brand, that number 1, is very important. You need to stand out. You need to be different, but specifically for your target customers. It's okay not to be attractive to the whole world. So we do a brand strategy workshop as well. These are the key elements that we focus on because we think they're the most important. You're going to have to attract the right customers, and you're going to have to give them a really good experience, not just for the equipment. The equipment can love you, but you're going to have to make sure those customers love you too. So that means a process using tools like what I just shared with you, teaching your team to go through a process. So there's training involved in that a little bit, but if they have a process and their package, your packaging is everything. If they're packaged correctly, the perception is well received. Your customer needs to perceive that you're bringing the value, so that when you do charge your amount, you're properly pricing your services, and you got to be accurate on that. It's getting ready to get really competitive. Regardless of the election, tough times will continue to be here, and we're going to have to be equipped. Be proactive, get it done now, so that you don't have a missed opportunity later. Get this done. And then finally, a good CRM usually will help you on maintaining consistent connections with your customer, obviously through the front end process, but things like email marketing and other things like that can really help you out, right? But put a process in place so that your customers never ever forget you, right? Because that's what your success is based on. The next best value, the next best asset that you can own after your skill set is your relationship with your customers, right? The ones that keep calling you back. And if you're new, you'll start to build them gradually. And then once you're established, you'll see your advertising cost goes way down, right? Unless we're in an attrition market like we are currently at the time of this recording, then you're going to have to get back out there and learn again how to attract these free agent customers out there, or these that are being shaken loose by the mega companies that are burning bridges by trying to sell them every time they walk in the door, trying to sell them something new, sell them something new. Customers don't want to feel used, right? They want a relationship of trust. And if you're not going to provide it, you're going to wear that out. They're going to go. They're going to go away. But it's good news for you and I, right? Because we're going to do this right. We're going to take care of our customers, treat them right, know our numbers so that we can charge them so that we're profitable, but it's fair to them too. And when you start putting these things all together, the end result is a relationship. And that's what we want. Pete Ramsey here, HVAC Greatness. Hope this made sense. We've talked about this kind of stuff before, but if you're interested, we've got 2 links below that's going to help you on your pricing and going to help you on your branding. So just click me up and we'll get you taken care of. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.